Hi, everyone. Welcome to Financial Insights, your accounting coach. So, we're continuing our discussion on how to create a budget. So, we talked about how you need to look at the past, which means looking at past data. So, hopefully, your books are up to date so you can do that. Then, also writing out your assumptions. And today, we're going to discuss how to budget for revenue. And there are four items that you need to consider when budgeting for revenue. So let's get into it. So, number one, I'm going to repeat this again and again. Look at the past, look at past sales. So, you have to make sure though that your books are in order. So, you have to make sure if you're using QuickBooks or Zero, your transactions are coded and you can pull financial statements so you can look at sales. So, go back and look at sales and not just look at the total, but look at sales by month to see if you see any trends, anything that comes to mind that you need to consider for the following year. Number two, what I call components in order to create a budget for revenue. Number one, you need to know the number of units you want to sell. So you that can be product or services. Then you need to know the sales price per product or service. And then if you are a product based business, you need to know the cost of goods sold. So this may be for a lot of small businesses, they don't do it per unit, but you probably know, okay, cost of goods sold should be a certain percentage of sales. So that's basically just the number of units times your sales price. So you want to have a budget for cost of goods sold. Then number three, once you have all those different components, you're going to create a revenue budget by month. So you're going to take, once again, the total number of units times sales price. And then if you're product based, you're going to calculate total sales for the month. So you're going to have total sales, total cost of goods sold, and total margin per month. So once again, just don't say, oh, for this year, I'm going to just have total sales, total cost of goods sold, but do it by month. So once again, let me repeat that. You need to know the number of units you're going to actually sell in the year. You're going to need the sales price per product per service, and then cost of goods sold. And you will calculate your total sales, your total cost of goods sold, and total margin. And I have a previous video that explains the definition of total cost of goods sold and total margin. So go back and take a look at that. I think it's called like four most important equations you need to know. And you're going to take this data and you're just going to look at it by month. So calculate it by month. And you may say, well, man, that's going to take me a long time. It shouldn't take you a long time. If you look at past data, you're going to see trends. So for instance, I always like to use a lawn care business. So we know with the lawn care business, they're going to probably see sales increase between April and let's just say September. And so sales should be increasing, the number of services or if they sell products, because that's a trend based on that business is based on the weather, what's going on with their clients. People are on vacation. It's summertime. Everyone wants their yard to look nice. So those are the type of things you need to consider. And then for that lawn service company, from probably November to March, sales are probably just flat. Maybe they are doing, some things where they're picking up leaves, going and raking up things from individuals' yards, maybe doing some business, blowing the leaves, that type of thing. But the sales may not be as high between April and September. So those are the things you need to consider when you're creating your budget. So base your budget on your business operations, base it on when clients buy. If there's external factors, such as we all know right now, inflation is a big topic. The supply chain, climate, unfortunately, is also another factor. So you want to incorporate those things into your budget. So once again, start to get to know your business flow and say, okay, you know what, based on what I sell, you know what, I sell more product in this month. And so during those non-busy months, you still need to budget for sales, but at least that gives you a good idea to say, okay, even though my sales may not be as high as the previous month, then I need to still make sure that I have enough cash on hand. So definitely with your revenue, do it by month. Number one, make sure you know the number of units, the sales price, if you're product based, the cost of goods sold, and then calculate total sales, total cost of goods sold, and total margin for your budget. And hopefully, this information is helpful. Make sure you check out our other YouTube videos on budgeting, and I will see you next